Right, in this demo we're going to show you how to store objects rather than strings in a list, and then you can apply that to other types of lists. So I have my main activity here as normal, and there's my list in the XML. And before we look at the main activity, I created a Java class called car. So basically I did a file, new, Java class, right? And you know how to create an object. I said public class car, I set a string make and a string reg. So make and reg are the two properties of a car. Now you don't actually have to write this code. You can actually go alt insert and then I hit constructor and I chose those and I generated this. And then for my setters and getters I did alt insert again and I did my getters and setters. And then I did the same thing again and I did the toString. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar anyway, the toString method is the string equivalent of any object and it's inherited from the object class. So if you don't write it yourself, it actually pulls the default one in. So in my one, I'm just going to return the make. Okay, so there's my car and it takes two strings, a make and a registration. Okay, now if you jump into the main activity, it's similar to how we did the list before. I have my list view, my array adapter, but in my array list, instead of using like a string, I'm using the car object that I just created. So my list is going to now hold a list of cars. So here's my list view, and here I'm going to make two cars, right? So the first car, as you remember, the car takes two strings. So here I'm saying BMW X3 is the make, and the registration is 12345, and the same for the Audi, right? Create my car list. I'm adding car 1 here and car 2. So now instead of just two normal strings, I've got two cars in my array list. There's my adapter as normal, my list view, set an adapter to it, and my on item click listener. So what does my item click listener do this time? Well, in this time, it's going to get whatever object is in the array list of cars, and it's going to call the get reg. Right, so let's show you what that looks like in reality. So here's the list. So the BMW X3 is appearing in the list, and that's because in the toString method, just going back again, repeating myself, in the toString method, in any object, if you go to print the object, it calls the toString method. Mine calls make, which would call BMW X3. Okay, so in other words, that's what appears here, and Audi A5 appears here. Now in my onClick, I call the other method, which is the getReg. So if I click BMW X3, I'm getting the reg. Let me just show you that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there, and here 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So that's in a very simplicity, if that's such a word, of how to actually add an object to your array list or any other type of list. And it's actually quite powerful. So understand that first before you do the actual exercise.